Hello, folks. This is Ebony Ivory.
We're here today to speak about a matter of grave importance,
Brave moments indeed.
and it is the best episode of The Legend of Korra to date.
Best. All right, we gotta stop.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So, beginnings.
Let's talk about beginnings.
Oh shit.
Let's start about obviously the first Avatar. What do you think of Wan as a character?
Juan as a character, I find it rather interesting because one, I have to compare him to Korra.
That's not-
Listen. You said that the creator said that everything that they made Korra do was intentional.
It was intentional for this one, yeah.
And I guess I would have to believe that now because Juan technically has only been on screen for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
And he's cemented himself as a supreme badass.
he's way better than Korra.
Way.
By a mile. I haven't seen a fight like that since Aang fought Ozai. I was so happy.
That was so... I can't...
And everything that happened was just completely like insane. Like it somehow made sense, even though it was preposterous. Even though everything that conspired in the last episode was completely preposterous, it made sense at the end, and that's what I love. Unlike the first season of Korra.
What? What? No, I find it like one thing that Beginnings, at least part 2, it did really well is it kind of created the Avatar cycle the fuck out of nowhere. It was like,
Yeah,
like he just like touched, like it was harmonic convergence.
he just took it. He was
He
like,
was
I'll
like,
take this,
hey,
and I'll use that.
fuck it, I'm losing. I might as well just. And then like that started the Avatar cycle, but it made it awesome because Juan became the fucking Avatar.
And fire is the first element.
Yeah, technically. But what,
I'm still going off the technicality.
is that what you said first? Fire is the first element?
I actually thought that Earth would be the first element.
That would make sense.
I was guessing, like way back when season 2 started, I was guessing Earth. But now I see it's fire. I was going based off of pupils. If you notice, a lot of the characters in Avatar, their pupils match their style of bending.
Yeah, and Juan's are brown.
Exactly, so I just figured it would be, if anything, Earth. I mean, Bolin has green pupils and he's an earthbender. I think that's the same with Min. Is it the same way?
Yeah, like pale green. But that motherfucker was. I like how like the dragon, even though the dragon came the fuck out of nowhere, he was able to learn from it. That was pretty sick. And the art style, like the backgrounds and shit. That one thing I want.
Yeah, I really like the art style. It's really interesting.
I want to see a Juan movie now. I'm just saying.
Right, let's just make the rest of the series about the avatars. Everything except Korra. Most of it's Wan. I want to see what happened during that battle where he died.
Yeah, that was
really cool, but it was so empty.
really like we see Juan in like when he's young.
We see him young. We see him become the avatar. We see him mature.
And then
into
he's
the
dead.
Avatar. Yeah, and then you see him old and he dies.
It's like,
It would have been nice to know what happens in between that gap.
yeah, we need a Juan movie. Who did he go up against? Who was his villain? Well, obviously it started with Vaatu. But that's a pretty sick villain, though. I don't want to see what Korra does with this. I know some people might be curious to see, but me, I don't want to.
I think she's finally going to come to terms with herself. Like
She
she's
better.
woken up. She's realized that she's the avatar and she's fucked up along the way, and she's gonna get her shit together.
Exactly. How do you think Korra is going to like make herself in Juan's image?
How do I don't really know. Like, it's hard to tell because the Korra I knew and the Korra we are going to come to know are two completely different people.
Well, see, here's the thing. Due to the fact that I have absolutely no faith in Korra, I still think that the Korra we knew is the same Korra that's going to
As
show.
I said this before, I'll say it again. The show is called The Legend of Korra for a reason.
Legend of Juan.
They're going to do something with this bitch. Sooner or later, it's gonna happen. So, I really don't know what to expect at this point.
The Legend of Juan.
I would like to see the Legend.
That would be an
I'd like
awesome
to see the Legend of Aang. I'd like to see the Legend of
Roku.
Roku. That would be badass. Well, we've already seen kind of most of Roku's life.
True, but still. The Legend of Kyoshi.
Yeah.
I want it. Word, because everyone loves her.
We've seen like 2 scenes of Kyoshi actually doing something.
Exactly. I don't even remember. I only remember one.
There's the one where she takes out the general, and the one where she leaves Kyoshi Island for the first time. In the painting.
That was a painting.
Well, I kind of see Kyoshi in the instance. Oh, and when she talks to Aang.
She's dead by then.
Well, she still talks to him.
She's dead by then.
Alright, we count Aang scenes where dead Aang talks to Korra.
I do not count the part where Aang came back and
talk
gave.
about that part.
That's a part where dead Aang came back. Okay. So you understand my point. When people are alive, that's only when their shit matters. Ironically, when people make music when they're alive, no one hears it. And when they're dead,
Right when they're dead, everybody cares.
So, oh my God, why did you listen to this guy?
He was alive.
Now he's dead. We can take his music now, and he can't say shit. Now, who would win though? Juan, Roku. Because think about it. Think about it. Yeah, that's true. Because Juan was one of the first firebenders to use that style. He was the first firebender to use that style. Or everyone
So
was.
everything that Roku knows derived from one.
Or hell, what about like everyone else? Like even like the airbenders that we see,
Yeah.
they didn't like the ones in like Juan's like flashback.
Yeah.
Like they weren't really using air. It was pretty much Juan.
Yeah, because
Thought of
the
all
way
that.
the elements acted back then, before the style of bending was created, and it came to people naturally, was they borrowed the power from lion turtles. So it was kind of just there, you know. It's like a tool.
But one thing I don't really get though, I remember the lion turtle said that they were like here to protect the people. Honestly, what they were doing, at least in terms of fire,
they were fucking shit up.
they were fucking some shit up.
They're ruining the lives of various spirits and people.
That made absolutely no sense to me.
I love how they closed the book though, where Juan like separated the spirits into the spirit world.
Yeah.
I love that part where it's just like that's how it started.
I'm just saying, like, I just like in terms of the lion turtles, it was really too easy to get bending from them. Literally, like Juan, he didn't even seem that freaking pissed about it. Like stressed. Like he was like, oh, I need to go see other lion turtles.
Yeah, right? It's like, it's not a big deal. Those things are extinct now. Like, I bet if Aang went to go, if that happened to Aang, he'd be freaking out every time he saw a lion turtle.
Exactly.
He was freaking out the first time he saw a lion turtle.
Exactly. He was on one. He was trying to figure out where the hell he
didn't know
was.
it for like 3 days, and then he was like, alright, what the fuck is going on?
You're on a lion turtle, buddy.
Really?
Oh, shit. I thought you guys were dead. Well, I'm not. Speaking of almost extinct, how exactly were those people able to harvest sky bison?
I don't fucking know.
I mean,
I hate that was one of those mind-boggling things in the beginning of the first season of Legend of Korra, how it was more than one sky bison and neither one of them was Appa. That didn't make any sense to me.
I don't think Appa would have survived. Let's say like in bison years. He would have been dead a long time
Yeah,
ago.
no shit.
Which makes me think that we should probably go with your theory, that Appa was pregnant and a girl all along.
And we didn't know it.
He's pregnant for like 100 years.
Yeah, exactly. And then freaking after the last Airbender ends, she has another kid. Or she has 2 kids. That's the only thing that makes sense. And then they procreate, inbred shit. So we got retarded sky bison. The only explanation.
It really is.
Like the one they gave us is total bullshit. Was there was a secret farm far away that nobody knew of
For 100 years.
Yeah.
For 100 fucking years.
170 if you count going to Korra.
But no, it said that ever since the 100-Year War. So, for
That's
100.
still a lot.
Of course.
Still see a long time.
Of course. Remember, like those firebenders who knew the original style of firebending? They were able to hide out. But obviously, no one was really looking for them.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess you would care more about killing off the airbenders than the bison, you know? It's like they're just animals to the Fire Nation. It's not like a bison would become an avatar.
God, no.
Imagine if Appa was the avatar. Like, it wasn't Aang, it was Appa the whole time. We just saw that at the end of the
That
last
wouldn't make
Airbender.
any sense.
Who gives a shit?
That wouldn't make any fucking sense. Wait, hold up. The end of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just turns out Appa was the avatar.
Like literally the last scene. You're like, you know, Appa was the Avatar the whole time, right? No, you're like
Twilight Zone.
the title was Avatar Aang, and they just crossed it out Avatar Appa. No, Avatar Aang. Then what? How the fuck was that? What? No. Everything that made sense would not make any sense.
That made sense. Speaking of total bullshit,
What?
I was looking on the interwebs, on the Facebook.
The Facebook?
The Facebook. A friend of mine posted this. Spirit Mako. And then Spirit Mako. And then she was all like, this would be so fucking crazy, but I don't want Mako to die. And I was like, actually, I think it'd be a step up. And she got mad at me.
You know, I'm all for diplomacy, but one of these days we need to cut this chick down.
Yeah.
One of these, I'm all for diplomacy.
Seriously?
It kills me to say it. Well, Mako's an awful character. Who liked that? Who liked that?
Somebody liked it?
Yes. Who liked that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. We need to find that person. The guy from be our high school.
Clerks? Some shit.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just saying some shit.
Bottom line, a friend of ours wanted to see Mako as a spirit, but was distraught about the idea due to the fact that Mako would technically be dead. And he said,
Mako is a fucking pointless character. He's a dickhead, and if he were dead in the spirit, it'd actually be a step up to his character.
I second that. Really,
I get so much hate mail from girls, like from women who fucking.
I'm gonna get hate mail as well. But
well, yeah, our whole 30 subscribers that are gonna have like a month and a half.
Fuck you.
Thank you, 7 people.
Fuck you and your Mako hating ways. Mako is the sexiest motherfucker ever.
My sister says that.
Oh, ever? Wait, does she like Mako?
I don't know if she does. I just know that she thinks that he's somewhat attractive.
No homo, he is, but admittedly, his characterization is shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, honestly, Zuko, even though he already has fangirls, but like his personality makes him.
Yeah, but Zuko was a badass. He went from being a dick to being nothing, to coming up from nothing, to being a badass.
You know who technically was that? Juan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Except Juan wasn't really a dick. He was Aladdin
Yeah,
turned
exactly.
Avatar.
He had reasons to do what he did. Be it bad or good.
He was Aladdin turned Avatar. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Now imagine like they actually made Juan like a legit dick, and in 40 minutes they actually was able to turn his character around believably.
I'm not gonna say. Nah, I was gonna say that's kind of what they did, but they didn't.
I know, yeah. Like he was a good person from the start. Like he was just like going to
He
extremes.
was poor.
Yeah, he went to extremes because he had to. I kind of like the idea, even though it was ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
The fact that he stole firebending.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cool, yet so fucking
Bullshit.
easy.
Yeah.
I mean, if he actually went through some fucking shit to get it,
Like if the Lion Turtle like took back the firebending, and then there was like some entity that was left in him. He was like, "No, I need this," and he actually did it, like on his own. That would have been.
That would have been so. But it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So. But still, in 40 minutes, they
took care of a lot in 40 minutes.
They really did. I just want to know, like, due to the fact that some people, they tend to think that the relationship between Juan and Rava is
like that. Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, she was inside of him. I had to say it.
That brings up so many questions. Because honestly, she doesn't even have a fucking face.
Or a body.
She's just a white thing.
Yeah, she's a spirit.
She just has, admittedly, a kind of attractive voice. That's it. Even, like, when she's not being a bitch.
Right?
Yeah.
She changed when she learned, like,
she changed in 20 minutes.
How Juan really was, yeah.
Yeah, some people, like, due to the fact that she changed, they're questioning their relationship. I don't know. And plus, at the end, they were bonded forever until he died.
That's kind of a metaphor for marriage, alright? I can see how that would be confusing something else.
And the fact that she's the one that said it, yeah. We are bonded together. And Juan didn't say anything. So yeah, that's kind of like marriage.
Well, to be fair, he was kind of like in the midst of a battle, so he couldn't really say anything.
Surprise marriage proposal.
It's the worst time for a marriage proposal.
He's like, "Oh my God, I'm about to die. Will you marry me?"
It's like for some of you might know it's the last scene of Metal Gear Solid where what's his name proposes to Meryl, Akiba. Yeah, he doesn't know. It doesn't matter.
But like at the last scene, like they were in the middle of a battle.
They were shooting enemies back and forth and doing backflips and shit, and then all of a sudden the guy's like, "Hey, will you marry me?"
Honestly, that is probably the best time to do it. Like, really, like if everything's all good, you have a lot of time to stress about,
yeah, right?
Will she say yes? And if she really...
You just catch her in the moment.
Like, listen, will you marry me? Yeah, fuck it. There we go. You got a yes. Technically, that's... I don't know who did it. I mean, Rava was already inside of him, but Juan is the one that cemented it with the harmonic convergence, touching. He's like,
He did it like the gods, like...
Exactly. We're like... Juan or Aang?
In battle or in comparison?
Honestly, I like both. I love both.
Yeah, right?
I've seen Aang in 61 episodes, and I've seen Juan in 40 minutes.
In comparison, I have to say... I mean, if you're comparing the two, I'd just have to say I like both of them, but if you're putting them in the midst of battle, Juan. A million times over Juan.
Of course. It's a weird thing when, like, usually, of course, like, this is true with many things, but the first is the best. Usually you would think, like, you know, later generations would be stronger. I really just want to see more of Juan. Is he going to be, like, the spirit companion to Korra?
Probably.
Like,
it's going to be him in, like, the last 3 avatars. Or the last 4.
Imagine all of them just there. Having a fucking conversation.
Like all of 1,000 of them?
No,
I'm talking about to say like every single avatar.
Like Aang, Roku, Kyoshi, Karuk, Yang Shen.
Yeah.
And Juan.
We don't really need the last Airbender.
All right, fine. Aang.
Just the
Roku.
last 4 avatars, and then Juan.
Yeah. Aang, Roku,
and probably
Kyoshi,
we practically saw that in the last episode.
No, I'm talking about like all 4 of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but we probably will.
I want to see that. Just like, you don't even have to have Korra there.
Just
have a fucking conversation.
Just avatar combo. Just chill.
Avatar combo, yes. That would be the sickest shit ever. It's like, hey, Roku, did you beat Sozin? No. The motherfucker left me to die. And guess what? I fucking died.
They just talk about them dying because they're spirits. Because they're both they're all spirits. They just freaking talk to each other like, so how was dying? It kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, I kind of got fucking suffocated by smoke. At least I died with my dragon.
How'd you die, Aang? I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I think
it just happened.
I think maybe I died fucking Katara.
That's the way to go.
The last best pastime ever. But the problem is, I fucking died.
You know, you can't top that.
I have a feeling if that was actually the way he went out, then he put his heart and soul into that.
Yeah, right?
That also means that he, for some reason, when Avatar stayed on her. I don't know how that would work.
It's scary. That's like...
We're talking about a fucking theory where Aang died after fucking Katara.
Yeah, that's kind of going to the theory of freaking Gotenks and Trunks.
Alright. I don't give a damn what anyone says. Gotenks was conceived while Goku was Super Saiyan.
Yeah, no shit.
Trunks, no. He was conceived when Vegeta was still regular. Let's go back to Avatar.
Yeah. Getting off topic. Although it really doesn't matter if we get off topic, it's kind of just a general talk.
True. But Korra. It'd be funny, like, imagine, like, when Korra got attacked by the spirit, she died, and that was it. That was a legend.
That's not a legend. That's a failure.
I would fucking be so pissed.
That's a failure.
I would be so fucking pissed and so happy. You're like, hey, Korra, how'd you die? I was on a speedboat trying to go to the Fire Nation.
And then I got eaten by this giant black spirit.
Why it has to be black? Imagine like
It was.
No, imagine like some random like some. So why you have to be black? You racist?
There was no black. There was freaking tribes and shit.
The darkest skin color in Avatar is tan.
I mean, if we look at the other tribes or the other areas, the Earth Kingdom is more of Asian perspective. The Airbenders are more of the Shaolin monks. Then the Firebenders are more. What race would you compare the Firebenders to?
Japanese. I mean, like obviously everyone in Avatar is Asian.
Yeah, so.
Listen, he's not racist.
I'm not trying to be racist.
Why are we talking about? He's not racist. He hates everyone equally. You see me. I am his friend, right?
Yeah.
I am his friend.
I would consider you a friend.
Equality. Ebony and Ivory. Equality. Okay, moving on.
Let's move past the whole race thing.
I don't even remember how we got into that.
Right?
We were just what race would Wan be? Seeing as how like there's no real water tribe or you know there's no in his time. So what like I'm like in terms of the Asian cultures in Avatar. Like what would he be?
I would say Chinese. Like as far as race goes, I would say Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. The one thing I really don't get though, so like, was like the reincarnation of like the Avatar Avatar cycle.
Can you imagine that? Just like a buggy with an arrow on it.
Avatar.
Avatar.
But like, was like the reincarnation just made up on the spot by Rava?
Probably.
I mean, like, hey, there's a baby that's just born. I'm gonna make that kid the Avatar. Was that technically what happened?
I would guess so.
But how would people know that person is the Avatar if there was only one other?
Well, after that point, bending just came natural to people. So I'm guessing that he was born, he was able to bend one time. He or she was born. He or she was able to bend airbending in this case. And then all of a sudden, I'm guessing one day they just blew out water. Like they were able to like move water. I guess it happened like that. And then they got curious, like, oh, can I do the other ones? Sweet. And then I guess they came up with it. Somewhere along the way, they came up with a name for it.
And one day, the person hit themselves on the back, and they went into the Avatar state.
Right?
And that's when he was able to talk to Rava and Juan.
By the way, Ebony and Ivory are on Twitter. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas for future discussion, you can tweet us at
You
Ebony.
fucking printed it out?
You can tweet us at
Oh my god.
Ebony_Ivory1.
What?
It's just a piece of paper.
But that's just fucking. It's like you got so fucking prepared.
Well,
Like-
I didn't want to write it. It looks sloppy.
Twitter.
At Ebony_Ivory1 on Twitter. You could also leave comments below and under the video.
What do you
where
want
the
us to
comments
talk
bar
about?
is. Any ideas of discussion? If it's something we don't know what it is, then we're gonna look it up, find it, talk about it. It's gonna be a really weird conversation.
Yeah. Like if it's Breaking Bad, I haven't seen that yet.
I have actually seen all of Breaking Bad. It's pretty badass.
Everyone says that.
The ending was
The internet spoiled the ending for me. Fuck the internet, man.
right. I hate the internet.
Fucking people writing obituaries.
The internet is a dick.
The internet is a dick.
I was thinking this is probably going to another fucking 2-hour-long conversation, but
Laptop's at 33%. Let's go.
you don't have a charger.
No. We didn't need one last time, so
Yeah. You always fucking carry around the charger if you have a laptop. I have my charger on my laptop.
let's get to the fucking point.
Star Wars.
Oh shit.
We need to talk about episode 7.
For those who don't know, we do not consider the prequels to be part of the Star Wars family. There's only
Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and the new one which is coming out, episode 4, A New Hope.
because there was no A New Hope.
There was Luke Skywalker, and then Beyond. A New Hope. Well, it's going to be the kids of the current.
The only time I saw Anakin Skywalker was at the end of Return of the Jedi.
And he died.
And he was an old guy.
And he was a badass.
He was a fucking old guy, right?
And he was badass.
Not Hayden Christensen, an old guy. Whose name, ironically, is Sebastian Shaw, the villain of X-Men First Class. A prequel.
Paradox.
So this is a
That's next week. Next week is the prequels.
cliffhanger. Next week, Star Wars prequels.
And why they're terrible.
Ripping that fucking shit apart. Even though other people have, they haven't heard us talk about it, so that's our, yeah. I can't speak today. Till next week. Till then, I am Ebony,
I'm Ivory.
and
Do we have an outgoing message?
shit. No. Peace. Yeah.